Peace, what's up, y'all? I'm back. So now we're talking about how to interpret the symbolism of tarot. I think it's very important because there are so many different symbolisms, symbols that are associated with tarot. For instance, this is a Santa Muerte deck. You all saw a crow deck that I had before. Well, this deck is really, let me show you what that crow deck was too, so you can see it in case somebody asks what it is. But this particular Santa Muerte deck, this is the book for it. Each tarot deck is going to have symbolism overall, and some of those things will be similar, like the fact that there's wands, sometimes there's batons, sometimes there's sticks, sometimes there's stars, but there's going to be some sort of element. This one's talking about pentacles. Show you this card. Okay, so yeah, with the pentacles, then you've got the wands, then you have coins in here, you've got cups, you've got some hearts in the picture, you might have knives in the picture, might have candles. Symbols are going to mean something different for everybody. Even when we go through this online course, you may have a specific way that you look at the tarot. One way or another. Swords may mean communication for you, but for somebody else, it may mean that they're talking about, a potential war, a challenge, obstructions, blockages, danger. In some decks, though, you may just look at the swords as something where it's saying, hey, you need to assert yourself more. You need to, be more balanced in your communication. Then you've got symbolism where there's colors of blues, reds, there's colors of yellows, there's, leaves blowing in the wind, you've got trees in there, you've got a storm. The question is, with symbolism of tarot, is that I would use, the general meanings is good, especially when you're a beginner. But for some of you, you want to go faster. And because you want to go faster, I would say journaling is going to be very key, because otherwise you may lose track of all the different meanings and stuff that you've come up with. You can always change what you write down. But what do the cups mean for you? What do the wands mean for you? And it is nice to have a universal meaning, because I've used both the book meaning way and also use my intuition. This helps me have a guideline when I'm working with clients who already have meanings of cards that they know of. And I'm not all the way out, in left field with some meanings that they never heard of. But instead, when I'm sharing the meanings of the cards, when I'm doing a reading for them or when I'm teaching, I have a baseline. So I do use the book and also use my intuition as well. Different cards, depending on the colors that stick out, what do they say to you? The symbolism, more symbolism. When you're doing the symbolism part of tarot and learning it, it's really like doing a scavenger hunt, or it's like doing, what is it? You're pulling things together. You're pulling various details and elements together to make sense of reading a card, which is going to give you overall deeper meaning. So I would say when you're taking this course and stuff like that, write down a page in your journal for, what cards go with this type of astrology sign. That's in my book. What numbers are there that are on the cards, and what do those numbers actually mean or correlate it, with? We'll talk about numbers at some point too. But what does red look, what does red in your readings mean? What does blue in your readings mean? All these things are things that you can break down. Yellow. Is it talking about the chakras? Is it talking about the person's temperament? Is it talking about the person's enthusiasm? Is it talking about the season? Is it talking about the temperament of the house, the energy of the house? Is it showing the energy of the workplace? Is it showing what's to come in the future? What is the symbolism talking about? So yeah, you are literally piecing together all these different elements. Let let's see, what do butterflies mean when I pull this card? Whatever that means for you, it may be different than what it means for me. What's the strength card mean for you? How, when you see a clock show up in a reading, what does that mean?